yo, hey 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 yo. Hey yo, Fish, hey yo, Kieran, hey yo, Haster, how you all doing? Today is Monday. Today is the day I went back to work after slacking for a week. But today is a great day because what? We're streaming. We're streaming, we're talking, we're sharing all the stuff. We're talking about stuff, we're talking about drama, we're talking about Game of Thrones. I don't know if anybody else, I mean, I know Aster watched it. I don't know if anybody else did. It was an experience, you know. I was able to select today because of the storm. I mean, you know, you gotta take the positives where you can, you know. Stuff and things, yeah, you got that right. I know it's surprising. I know it's a bit weird out here, but we talk about stuff and the things, all the things, you know. But yeah, I don't. Is there anybody that doesn't want any spoilers on on Game of Thrones? I just, you know, gotta talk about it. I need to talk about my feelings about it, you know. Wait a second, is there any music, or am I just, like, you know, not hearing it? There is music, I'm just not hearing it because I'm deaf. Okay. All right. I saw it. Like, oh, hello, Kudo. How you doing? GoT was great for the first few seasons. Later seasons are trash. Okay, thank you, Kieran. Yeah, I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to get spoiled and stuff. And yes, I fully agree. With you, Kieran, it was good for a while, and then it took a dip, you know. You have to jump before I go to bed for it. Please go to bed and rest well and stay awesome and eat a lot of nuggets whenever you can. Kohako, thank you. I gotta stop caring partway through, but I know what happens. Oh God! Why? I put my sound like maxed out because I couldn't hear the music. And that was so freaking loud. My God. My freaking God. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you for that. My heart. Anyways, Game of Thrones died with Tywin. That sounds about accurate. So, yeah, so I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to get spoiled. And good thing, I only knew a few things, but they were not necessarily like the most accurate, so I could still get like, my God, thrown it for a loop before, I'm gonna put that down, before it all went down. All right. 8 nuggies this morning, let's go. I almost gave myself food poisoning because of them, I'm not friends with nuggies right now. Oh no, that's not good. We don't want that. Don't get food poisoning. We don't like it. I thought for Kieran, I guess. Yeah, I see how you guys, you see the chemistry of the friendship that you guys have in Tomodachi Life is very, very realistic out here, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, that's not even for us, and you're gonna do it even more, I see. Well, we all suffer together, apparently. That's how we live our lives. But yeah. My thought. Fish, you moved over just for this. You moved over here just for this. You had to. I see how it is. I see exactly what people are collecting. The channel points. I just wanted to fit in. Yeah, that's how it was about. Tell me it was all about violence, and I'll believe you, of course. Cannot believe people out here just got violence in their blood. Anyways, Game of Thrones. I cannot keep a conversation. I'm a professional streamer, I promise. Anyways, so yeah, I will say, of all the great things that Game of Thrones may have done, Artemis, hello, how you doing? Welcome in. How was your weekend? My favorite part of Game of Thrones is the soundtrack. Yes, I am a music nerd. I cannot escape it. And I will say that if there's one thing I don't regret watching it for, it's the soundtrack. Soundtrack was amazing for the most part. I don't think there's any like pieces that I don't like. There's just some that I like more than others, I guess is how I would put it. To me, that was the best part of it. Then, yes, I will agree that season 1 to 4 are the best ones. I have a weird sense of humor, I guess, and like Game of Thrones humor was never a thing that like I think I chuckled maybe once or twice. Or when I laughed out loud was with stuff where it just went stupid, and I'm like, bro, what? You know, like when they start teleporting from season 5, where they just... I see someone, I'm like, what? How did this person get here? And I'm not the smartest when I watch shows, to be honest. Like, I will miss mistakes and stuff. I'm not the type to be super picky. But then I'm like, how did this person travel so fast? You know, at some point, Daenerys flies from Dragonstone to beyond the wall. And I'm like, in like half a day? And like, isn't that supposed to be kind of far? Gendry running back? What was that? Like, I had questions. I was like, I do not understand what's going on right now, and I'm just confused. I'm just like, what's going on? Season 2 luck fast travel. I mean, it kind of happened from season 5, but yes, Stannis, Gendry, yeah. It was just so many things, and then the way it ended. And it's not about the fact that she died. Like, it could have been good. It's not the fact that it's not a quote-unquote happy ending. It's more like it came out of quote-unquote nowhere. Because I saw a lot of debate about the fact it was not really out of nowhere. Like, I do understand she was a psycho from the beginning, but the switch happened too fast. Like, she was a psycho, but she was always just and firm with innocent people. And then all of a sudden, nothing really triggered the massacre. I was like, what you mean? Wish they did more, Gendry. I liked him a lot. Like, I really liked him too. And then Arya couldn't end up with him because she wanted to explore the world, whatever that means. And, you know, and yeah, the fact that Jon Snow character was just useless, had no point, had no goal, did not accomplish anything. Nothing. There was nothing. My man did not get to kill the Night King. My man did not get to become king. My man lost all the family anyway, so like he just goes beyond the wall. He lost his girlfriend from beyond the wall anyway, so he killed one girlfriend. The other one got killed, but I mean, she was fighting him anyways. And then he's just going there. Jon was there. That's about it, yes. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh yeah, second thing I got from watching Game of Thrones. Now I get the memes. That's a thing that I got. Could I have lived my life without it? Yes, but it's an extra thing, you know? Book Jon was so cool in comparison. It hurts, I guess. Like, I don't know if I would ever read the books. Like, 2 reasons. First, I don't really read in English. It's not a thing I like to do, but I feel like it would be weird to read it in French after watching the show in English and with the old English and the old, you know, old English speaking way. I don't know if I would actually enjoy it. And the translation of the title in French is just tragic. It's just disgusting. Like, why did you do that? Instead of Game of Thrones, it literally is the Iron Throne, and it sounds very, very, very lame in French. And I'm like, because I remember when it was coming out on TV here, and I was like, ew, who translated that? I mean, I never wanted to watch it anyways, but I was like, okay. And yeah, I will put the blame on Aster. Aster was the one that made me watch this, and I'm like, well, that was a thing. Le Trône de Fer, yes, that's exactly how you write it, indeed. Yes, Aster. But yeah, it was an adventure. It was a time of my life. It was 70 hours of my life that I mean, I wouldn't say like I have to take it back, but I could have done other things, okay? I gotta lie, I don't really want to rewatch season 1 to 4. I would say do it. I think it was good. Oh, another thing, I did predict a lot of it. I don't know if it's from like having read or watched too much stuff in my life, but I did see a lot of things coming. Like, not much surprised me, except for the Red Wedding was a surprise. Like, I didn't see it coming at all. I was like, oh, all right. Hello, Philip. Welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for your support. And yeah, right, Karen? I have rewatched season 1 to 4 so often. Yeah, it was good. Red Wedding was a surprise. I did not expect the what's her name, Cersei, killing everybody. I liked Marjorie. I will say it. I loved her. She was great. I would have wanted to see more of her, but she was beautiful and wonderful in her last scene, and I appreciate that. Did not see that one coming. I knew that Cersei was crazy, but I didn't know she was crazy like that. And what else surprised me in this show? I'm not sure. Olena's the best. I do like her. I like how quick she was. I don't think I would say she was like a favorite of mine, but she was nice. She was nice, funny grandma. I liked her, and she went out like a boss. So we give her that. Natalie Dormer's acting was fire. She was I had never seen her in anything before Game of Thrones, but I think she was absolutely amazing as Marjorie, and she did a good job. Would rewatch stuff with her for sure. I liked seeing random Pirate of the Caribbean people in there. It was great. Because at some point I was watching the earlier seasons and I was like, this man really looks like the dude that has a wooden eye in Pirate of the Caribbean. And then we looked it up and it was him and I was like, oh, I've never seen him in anything else before. And then we get freaking Elizabeth. Oh God, bro, my God. My heart. And then we get Elizabeth's dad as the High Septon, and I'm like, bro, why is he here? What is he doing here? And then we had the Ed Sheeran cameo, and I was like, why do I have Ed Sheeran? Can you not be mean? My God, you have issues. What was I saying? People I recognize. Ed Sheeran was there and I didn't know why. All right, the whole Arya arc in the quote-unquote faceless man training, and what was the training here? She did not complete anything. None of it. She never listened. Not a single time. And my girl got stabbed in the belly how many times, and then she was doing some parkour. And I was like, I'm sorry, but you're dead. And then even in the Battle of Winterfell, she got concussed and she was going. She got her face thrown into a rock wall. And I was like, girl, you're dead. I thought that was it for her. I was like, okay, well, I guess she's dying then. And I guess, if we're counting the things I did not predict Arya killing the Night King because I thought that was one of the most lame things that ever happened. So I was like, somewhere or another, Jon is gonna get to his goal, right? He's gonna kill the Night King, right? Since he's been chasing him and fighting quote unquote him for 8 seasons. Also, can we talk about the plan to send 10 people to kidnap a zombie? What was that? What are we doing? But it was foreshadowed. Yeah, blue eyes. What the hell, bro? I'm trying not to die. Bro, what? No, the zombie kidnapping situation was I said what I said the message to Aster. I'm like, so the goal is to go kidnap a zombie with 10 people beyond the wall? That's what we're doing right now? That's our plan? I was so confused. I was like, what? And is the traveling from Dragonstone to beyond the wall that fast? And my man, Jon Snow, is not telling his family he's doing any of that. So they're like, oh, we have no news from Jon and whatnot. My man had time to go to Dragonstone, go back beyond the wall, and then go back home. He never sent a message? Even though, the travel doesn't make any sense. We just accept it. We stop asking questions at some point. Well, what do you mean? Yeah, yep, no dragons, by the way. Yeah, no dragons. No dragons could have done that. Clearly, you had to wait. Oh my God, I forgot. All I had to say for the whole of season 7 or 6, can't remember, was too fast. Bran was useless. He got powers for what? What was the point when he casually felt like, oh yeah, I should probably share some information? Like, I think I was thinking about this. Like, what was the point of them tricking Littlefinger? They could have just gotten rid of it. Like, what was that? Like, what? Brand exists to make sure to make us cry about Hodor. I guess that was the only reason it existed. Yeah, upset. They just ran out the window. I mean, yeah. I'm very upset about that. But well played, Kieran. But Bran was just useless. He was just being edgy and emo in a corner, and like, I don't want anymore. And then he wants to be king. When he could help, like, I mean, if when Littlefinger showed up, he said, oh yeah, by the way, that dude betrayed our dad. Let's get rid of him. This would have been the end of it. What did we need to do the whole, like, ooh, the sisters tricked him, which I honestly did not see coming, not gonna lie about that. I was like, Sansa's being dumb. That's an acquired thing at this point, because my girl could not tell Jon that she had the support of the Veil, because that's what you do, you know. Hello, Dire Maker, welcome in, how you doing? Come in, we're trashing on my feelings. I just binged Game of Thrones, and then we'll talk about whatever we feel like. So there's some VTuber drama going on at some point. I want to talk about it, but yeah, what was I saying? Something useless, Brown useless. Oh yeah, Littlefinger getting tricked for no reason. Like, it added nothing. Like, they could have, like, Bran could have gotten rid of him right away. Like, Sansa knew he killed the aunt. Bran knew he killed his dad. What are we waiting for? And again, why did Sansa not tell Jon about the Veil? But then she was snapping at him. That tilted me. Why are you snapping at him, telling, like, we need more people if we want to fight, meh. But you're not gonna tell him that you got people, and then you're gonna let them go, and like that most people die, mostly all of the Mormons died there. The giant died for this. Everybody died in there for this. Really? That's what we're doing? Littlefinger's writing went from genius to Pepega in the span of one season. Yeah, it's tragic. It's all of a sudden he was dumb, and he was so, like, you know, quote unquote cool with his scheming things before. Like, what happened? I'm doing okay and need some advice because it's a situation that I don't know how to solve. Is it okay if I vent a bit? No, I'm sorry. If you're coming in and it's your first chat, I would rather you don't come and vent. Like, I'm not a venting space. I'm a chilling space. Thank you. And yeah, that being said, what else was dumb? Oh yeah, like I've been watching a lot of videos as well, and the plot armors from season 6 and up are just like, because that's what people are complaining about. Like, when Game of Thrones starts, have a nice evening too, no worries. When the season starts, that's when we realize, oh, people can die. And I guess I've seen this in other shows, so I was not that troubled by it. But it's like, oh my gosh, people can die anytime. Like the Red Wedding, Ned Stark, even though I was very sure. As soon as they captured Ned, I just assumed he was dead from the first time I saw it. And apparently I was right, you know? But then nobody dies. Nobody, like, main character-ish really dies in the Battle of Winterfell. Nobody died in the Battle of the Bastards. Like, it's just like, I guess. Franklin! Hello, how you doing? Of course I missed you. It's been forever. And I am feeling better. I haven't really coughed yet, so, you know, it's pretty good. How are you doing? How have you been? Yeah. Oh, and yeah, we were having a discussion about, like, people debating who they hate the most between Joffrey and Ramsay. I think my explanation is that, you know, Joffrey was crazy and it wasn't fully his fault. Like, let's remember he's an incest baby. There's that. But also, he was very childish. Like, I think, like, he was not... I mean, he was clearly not mentally there, but like he had some issues, mental issues clearly, and he was acting like a child that had issues. That's why, like, you know, I guess I'm not giving him a pass, but if I had to choose between who's more evil between him and Ramsey, I feel like Ramsey was a lot more calculated in his evil, and Joffrey was very much more impulsive. So it was just, you know, it was weird, but to be expected of them to do stuff sometimes, you know? I'm doing great. Really miss you so much. I'm happy to hear you're doing well, though. It has been a while indeed. I always miss people. Like, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of my Dark Souls people, and I do miss them. But it's all right. Maybe I'll see them at some point. Yeah. What else was dumb? There was so many dumb stuff happening from season 5. People teleporting on boats. What was that? Honestly, Cersei wasn't doing much in the last season, and I know a lot of people complained about that. She really wasn't. She was sipping wine. At first, like the first 4 seasons, I actually liked the sipping wine trope. Like that she was a wine mom, and she was depressed and just drinking all day. I thought it was hilarious. To me, that was a comedic effect for me. That was the thing. All hail King Joffrey of the House of Baratheon and Lannister, first of his name, blah 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 blah. Inbreeding scene. Sounds about right. Sure, Funky. Hello, how you doing? Welcome in. How was your weekend? What else? Yeah, 1 to 4 was good. I was very, very surprised by the red wedding. Even though, like, as soon as they close the door, you're like, something fishy. I don't know what's going on. I did not expect them to die. And like the night after I watched it, like I woke up the next morning and I was feeling sad. I was feeling it. I was like, the Starks are dead. I'm sad. Like I don't know what to do with my feelings about it. I was like, aw, I like them. They were, you know, they made mistakes that I was very confused about. You could have that. But I still liked them, and I was sad about it. I was like, man. And then, you know, a few seasons later, you're like, what the hell is going on? You know, I cared more in the first, I guess, up to season 5. I guess I would say I cared. Season 6 has had its moment. I actually learned yesterday that season 6 is the season that had the best, like the highest budget. So that explains why things are like aesthetically pleasing. That's why like the cinematography, however you say that, was really well done. The lighting was great. The scenes composition were good. So I think it's one of the reasons that people like it. It's just very pleasing to watch. Like even though some stuff doesn't make sense. Yeah, Hodor wasn't there. So like, you know, there's good things in season 6. Is it in season 6 that she shows up? No, it's the season after. No. So I'm trying to think what other good scenes. Like most scenes were very pretty. It was just a pretty season to look at. And then it went back to normal with making absolutely no sense about anything. And I was like, but why? Like, it's so sad. Especially I was told that, like, you know, the author of the book had a lot more material for the people, and they just wanted to go work on Star Wars and some things, so they just botched it. I'm like, why not just give it to someone that actually cares? Like, someone would have been able to continue. If you didn't want it, give it to someone, and they'll make sure that it gets a nice story ending and everything. But no, they just wanted to butcher it. It sucks because I think the idea and the fact that Daenerys went mad, it's really interesting, and I would have loved to see it properly developed. I would have wanted to see it, you know, go somewhere, like slowly see her go crazy, because she starts being creepy from the end of like what, episode 4? Like after they kill the Night King, she gets all jealous about Jon, which is another thing. The fact that he's a Targaryen has no bearing on the story. Like, it did nothing for nobody. Like, it doesn't add anything to the story. It's just there. And it's like, what was the point? What did it add to the story? I was thinking about that this morning at work, and I was like, I feel like I would have liked it if, like, the story went that, you know, for some reason they don't want Daenerys and he has a better claim to the throne. He gets on the throne, and then we discover that years later he's actually the next crazy Targaryen. It would have been a nice twist, you know. It was like, oh, oh, he was the next crazy in line or something. Like it would have been a nice twist in my opinion if I was making my own headcanon about it. But anything would have been better than what they did. And I was like, even if we wanted to have like a triggering event to make it look like Danny had a reason to go crazy, like if they were gonna kill Miss Sunday, they should have like made like Cersei kill her in front of her while she was attacking the city or something, so that like she just sees it and she's like rah, and she goes crazy and she does it. But in this situation, there was none of that. She was like, okay, the bells are ringing, and for some reason right now the bells mean surrendering. For some reason we don't ask. And she's like, hey, ree, and just kills everybody. And you're like, and then because I feel like they showed the change in personality in Grey Worm a lot better. That I will give them. Because to me, him being like, I'm gonna kill people for breathing because they killed the love of my life, made more sense. I feel like they developed on the story a little bit more. Like they showed us the love story over the seasons. We see how much he cares, and he shares with her how scared he is, and he feels like he's not worthy to be called unsullied because, like, you know, he now has fear. He has fear for her life, and he doesn't want her to die. And then she dies. So, like, you know, I would see that as a thing that would send him over the edge where he does not care anymore, and that makes sense to me. Why could it not do that with Danny is beyond my understanding. I'm like, you were so close. You could have done it, guys. Why'd you give up? Why? I've known bells to mean surrender. Devils in the Blackwater battle. Yeah, but you know, whatever happened in season 2 has no bearing in season 7 and 8. You just move along. Like, let's remember that my boy Jamie thought he could like charge her with her dragon with a spear. Did he not see the dragon? Like, what was that? Like, the plot armor was so thick, it's like, damn, we weren't having anybody dying anywhere. It's definitely not happening, you know? Except for that, what else? There's so much that is nothing. There's so much that makes no sense. I guess, like, if we, I will agree with most people that if you want to enjoy Game of Thrones, either watch 1 to 4 and stop there. Oh, dark mode. Hello. I rarely get that redeem. And look at me. I had all my ducks in a row. I was ready. I plugged in all my plugins before stream. Look at that professional streamer right there. And if you want to have an open-ended ending, I would say stop at season 6. Like, it's a great, like, whoa, you don't need to know that Cersei doesn't get any repercussion for what she does. You just like, oh my god, it's such a weird way to end, but like, it's so tragic, everybody we love die, you know. But that is what it did. Yeah, it does. I want to do more, but like, I'm lazy because I have to set it up. But yeah, that's my dark mode when I'm feeling like extra like, you think you can play me like that? No, you can't. No, you cannot. But it's Christmas, so I don't have my dark tea with me, you know. Oh, the homie! It's been forever. How you doing? Hello, Krika. Welcome in. How you doing? How about your weekend? We're just chatting about Game of Thrones right now. Can we talk about how dumb it is that Bronn became Master of Coin and Lord of the Reach and Lord of... I just read the books and wait for the rest of them. I don't know. I liked Bronn most seasons. And then the last season happened. And I was like, Bronn, what are... Because I would say, like, I respect someone that has their own best interest in mind. I can respect that. It makes sense to me. But then it went weird, and my man was like, oh yeah, you're gonna give me X, Y, and Z. If not, I will kill you at the end. What? What are you doing? Oh, Shoes! Hello, Shoes. How you doing? Welcome in. How have you been? I've been well. I'm excited for the final Pokemon DLC for the Scarlet. There's DLCs for these? I didn't know. Well, I hope it comes out soon so you can enjoy it. Maybe one day I'll play a Pokemon game. I don't know if I would enjoy it. I have no idea what you're supposed to do. I don't know what type of game it is, but maybe I'll be like, you know, Since now I'm baptized to the Game of Thrones, like, you know, saga, maybe I should baptize myself to some Pokemon stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get the interest for it. I'll see. It went very weird. Yeah, it was fine up till then for me. I was like, Ron, I liked you, bro. Why? And what I mean, oh, I haven't even spoken about Tyrion at all because it went places, you know. But okay, I just finished Mario RPG Remake. Ooh, that sounds fun. I do want to play a Mario game soon. That's the one thing I want to do. I need to rekindle with it because I'm just bad at it and I want to like, overcome my fears, you know. Yeah, since Pokemon Sword and Shield, they've been adding more to the story and making DLC for it. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Tyrion. Yeah, Tyrion. Tyrion is just a tragic story of a man that was so good, had so much great dialogue, he was such a smart, wonderful character. And then they just made him the worst. Like, he was supposed to be like comedic relief for some reason, and it was not landing. I mean, it was never super like landing for me, but I could see the appeal. I was like, okay, I'm not thinking that this is funny, but I can see why most people would think it is. So, you know, it is what it is. And then he just went down. Like, there's nothing he did from season 6 that was actually a good thing, that like actually panned out. Like, he only made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake until the end. There was nothing he did good. He freaking killed Varys. I liked Varys. Varys was hilarious to me. That was like one of my favorite characters. His faces were just giving, and they were amazing. I loved it. But what? And Pokemon is easy. It's basically just capture some monsters, train them, and then the very best, like no one ever was. Well, gotta catch them all, I guess. 5, I'd say. I don't remember what he did as 5, to be honest. Oh, he was just drunk getting kidnapped. Can't remember what he did. I just know it wasn't good. Yeah, I would agree. It's just not good. All his decisions are... Like, none of the things he did for Danny were good in the end. Like, none of them. Like, none of them. I'm just trying to think if there was anything that made any sense, and they just wasn't. And it's so tragic. It's like... What was the point? What was this for? Like... You know, like... Why? Like, what was the point of the character as a whole? At this point, I do not know anymore. And he was so good, and then he wasn't. I don't... Tyrion is tragic. It was so good. I would have to say Tywin was a very interesting character to like watch. I enjoyed watching his scenes. I didn't like him as a person, of course, but you know, made the cleverest character dumb as bricks. Like, yeah, most of them ended up that way. And what else? Even... trying to think, there was someone else that got dumb. I mean, that's most people, to be honest. Like, they made Sansa smart, I guess, but like it was weird. It didn't fit. Home from work. How you, Mona? Hello, Blues. It's been forever. How you doing? I'm doing a lot better. I'm debriefing my feelings about Game of Thrones because I just finished binging it Saturday. So I'm trying to see how I actually feel about it and all of that, you know? Littlefinger, Varys, and... Wait, I saw the messages, but they're not showing up. And Tyrion. Yes, those are the ones that were tragic. If you should skip final season... Not only final season. I feel like if you would want to really enjoy the show, you'd end it at 6. I would have ended it at 6. Whatever happened in 7 and 8... Like, season 8, episode 2 is just a freaking filler? It's just a filler. People be singing. They be drinking. They be banging. That's all they do for the whole an hour and 20 minutes. That's all they do. And then there's the Battle of Winterfell that makes absolutely no sense. And they're like freaking plot armor on everybody that like people care about. And it's like, I expected a lot of people to die. And nah. Also, Sansa's Direwolf is my dog's great aunt. What? Sansa's Direwolf is my dog's great aunt? What are you trying to say here? I'm confused. Like, was it named after her dog, which I don't remember her name, you know? But season 6 was trash. I mean, I feel like season 6 had good bits and pieces. I don't think it was great as a whole, but it had good things. It had a few scenes that like were really nice, so like they make up for it. Like the Battle of the Bastards made no sense, but it was very beautiful. Like it was very well choreographed. It looked pretty and actually made me motion sick, but that's something else, you know. The dog they used for the show, what? Oh, no, since our lady is her name, I'm saying my dog is directly related to her. That's so cool. How? Weren't they feeling like wait, how do you know? Like, is your aunt in the UK? If that's where they filmed, I have no idea. I don't know anything about the background of the show, so I don't know where they were filming any of this. I don't know, so, you know. But that's pretty cool. Wait, what show are you talking about? We're talking about Game of Thrones. I recently binged it and finished Saturday, so now I'm debriefing my feelings about the tragic way it went down, you know. It's a lot of my dog trailers are from the UK. That's so cool. I actually didn't think about, like, you know, where the dogs could have been from and what they were. I know at some point they're CG, so like I stopped thinking too much, but it's true that they were not that big in the beginning of the seasons. That's pretty cool. You got fancy stuff. You have like good conversation starters when you go to parties, like, you know. I know a dog that's related to Sansa's dog. Like, I do. Yeah, trust my word. It's not his aunt, it's his dog's great aunt. So Lady's sister, brother is Blue's dog's grandparents. Let me... You know, I'm just gonna be saying that it's cool. I'm not gonna try and burn my brain on this one. Also, Jamie pushing Bran out the window was foreshadowing for the last 2 seasons falling off. Yeah, I saw that people saying that online too. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I would say, okay, how do I feel? Would I recommend it to someone? Because I had never watched it. I never wanted to watch it. After bullying me into watching it. Anyways, I hear the show is good if you didn't read the book, but if you read the book, it's bad, but that's what I heard. I will say that this is not fully accurate. I think the show is worse if you have read the books. The show is good, season 1 to 4, and then the great decline starts. I did not read the book, but I could tell that something was off. Like the story stopped making much sense. People were making decisions that make sense for their characters. People were like literally teleporting through the world. Like it's supposed to take like months to get to one place to another, take boats and stuff. Did not happen. And also there's a plot device character in season 7. Euron happens season 7. He's a useless character, is annoying. He tries to be like crude humor and he's not landing it. He's absolutely useless. Barely was very cool in the book, but he's just useless in the plot device for the whole season 7 and 8. So, you know, like you don't need to be a genius. You don't need to read the books to know that something is absolutely off with this. It just is, you know. Bully, how did you always bully me? What are you asking? Hey, it's back to space, man, let's go. Minutes back. Wow, it's been so long, right? It's been almost a week. Yes, you were very depressed about the fact that Kieran and Aster were getting married in our picture book last week back to it. No, it's okay. You'll find someone, I promise. I was heartbroken over you anyway, so you know, you still got the riz, you know? I didn't read the books, and yeah, the final 2 seasons was, yeah, you don't need to read it to know. That's not it. I'm the man who killed... Oh, yeah, I don't even want to think about that. I mean... Also, Jamie's character arc was totally thrown out the window after all that Dylan he had. I was pissed. Yes. What was that about? And what did he have to, like, be with Brienne before going back to his sister? Because we don't talk about all the incest enough about that. Like, I was already like, okay... We got a lot of, like, you know, situations going on with the Cersei and Jamie, and then they had to bring some more with Danny and John. Like I was like, oh, he likes his aunt. Amazing. I was like commenting on it, like, oh, come here, my nephew. Great. Cool. I never really cared for Innocent or otherwise Jamie Lannister. Yeah, like where'd that come from? Like, I'm like the thing I don't understand. They were the same people that made the show. Like, did they just forget like character dialogue, or was it just that they don't care? Like, I wonder which one it is. Did they just forget people said stuff in earlier seasons and then they were like, that sounds like it would fit here, you know? They didn't watch it. I mean, did they have to watch their own show that they were writing the scripts for? Is that how it works? I feel like I would want to watch my own stuff, you know? I don't know. Also, Aerith's Fierceness Men training was a waste. She literally only used it for real. Like, all the other times where, like, why did she not use it like in King's Landing when she was going for Cersei? I feel like she could have used it for something and actually make it. I don't know. It was weird. It was like, all right, sure. She has faces in her back, but she ain't gonna use them to like spy on people at least. Like, I don't know, do something with it. Like, good for her that she got the revenge she wanted with it, but like, I have so many feelings and emotions about this that like now I'm getting heated because I'm thinking back on it and I'm like, this was so dumb. This was so freaking dumb. Why did this happen? Like, why did we go there? I don't know. I don't understand. And knowing that I spent 70 hours plus watching this and getting there, it just hurts my soul a little bit. Like, it hurts. Her faceless man training also didn't explain her jumping football fields to take out the Night King. Yeah, literally came out of thin air, and she's a faceless man, an assassin, but she gonna be screeching at the Night King. Why are you screaming? Like, anybody else would make sense if they're screaming because that's all they do when they fight. But when you're trying to sneak up on someone, why are you screeching? Please explain yourself. And the Night King did not like. I feel like the Night King would have been stronger and smarter. Like, he would be like an anime person that like can feel someone's aura coming. You know, their murderous intent or something, and like catch people off. You know, but she just had to announce herself screaming. For what? what you doing that for? I don't know. It's like, do we really have to do this? Do we? It's just tragic. And also, oh yeah, I was like, they never really had an explaining session to others that Valerian still was good to kill, you know, White Walkers and stuff. So like, it was only very random that she happened to have the dagger and then kill him with it. Because let's say like she had like a normal dagger, like it wouldn't have worked. And it's not like she knew. Nobody told her about it. So it's like, what? But it was foreshadowed. She used the same knife trick on Brienne. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It made no sense. Like, Arya never had any interaction with the White Walker people. Why was that even part of her story? Like, her story was she had a list. She wanted to kill people. She killed some of them. Most of them died on their own. Why is she killing the Night King? How did it come to this? How that happen? I don't know her having the dagger, but she legit came out of nowhere to kill him. Yeah, she was concussed. I was saying earlier, she got her head slammed into some rocks. And I was sure she was dead at that point. But my girl got up and just continued on. Like, what? They were in an open area and she came out of nowhere like she jumped out of a tree. And there's only the red leaf tree. So like, where'd she jump from? We don't know. I mean, they kind of do that in anime when sneaking up on somebody. But in anime, like, if you watched season 1 to 4 of Game of Thrones and then somebody told you this would happen later on, it would make no sense to you. It's not the type of show for this. This is not what they do. Like, they're like, this is surprise us with stuff in a good way. They're supposed to be smart about the plans and what's going on. But they just weren't. They just did not want to put any work into this. It's tragic, you know? And then I think the biggest insult is probably that they made Bran king. It was like, I could not believe it. I was in disbelief. Like, there's no way that this is where we're going to end this. This is what we're doing. Bran, emo kid, creepy kid in the corner that doesn't use his power for anything useful, or just doesn't use the power to begin with. King. What do you think it came all the way? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? The crow that Bran warged into cleared the area to the Night King so she could stab. That makes sense. Thank you for the explanation here. Levare, hello. Did I miss the stream? Of course not. I'm out here ranting and raving about Game of Thrones, you know, casually. Copium yim. I just tuned in and I heard the ending. No. I'm still ranting. Don't worry about it. How you doing? How was your weekend? I know you're working hard on all the cool stuff. How are you? I'm finally home from work. I don't like work, but now I'm free. And I'm free to rant about Game of Thrones. But yeah, no, Bran being king was the weirdest turn of events. And like people were saying, like, you know, Sansa managed to have the North be independent and everything, but Yara didn't fight for it. Yara didn't like, oh, well, girl got a good idea here. Can I also be independent? No, we're not gonna ask that because I guess my turn passed, so I can't ask for it. Even though I've been fighting the whole show for this, all we ever wanted was our independence, but nah, I ain't gonna ask for it when I had the opportunity to. Sounds about right. Yara was horny for Dany, so she didn't want it. That's John's sentence. What do you mean? Like, I don't want it. Yeah, nobody want it. Nobody wants anything because, you know, that's what's up. It made no sense. And I was like, you know, when they get all, you're my queen. Yes. It's like, there's also that. They did not develop the love story between Jon and Dany. Like, it just, one day they were banging and they were like, all I could think about was like, but this is my aunt. That's her nephew. Incest. Cool. You know, I like, did we need more? Did we need more of that? I don't know about that. And like, I feel like from season 6 and 7 up, there is no exchange of information to anybody about anything. Like, it just stops. Nobody wants to tell people, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going there. Oh, by the way, people murdered me and I came back to life. Like, none of that. No, you don't think that this is important information? I know that, like, Daddy kept asking, like, Jon, like, at least 3 times during the show, what they meant by him getting stabbed in the heart. Like, what is the scar? He never explained. To the end, she never knows. Also, there's, like, I didn't notice the inconsistency. Like, in the first few seasons, the Red Lady takes a bath. She ain't got her necklace on. She didn't turn old. So what was that about? All of a sudden it was a thing and they had to, like, you know, scar all of us with an old lady naked body. Like, I never wanted to see that. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't want this in my brain, but now it's there. Like, I didn't, like, did we need that? And what did that do? What was the whole point? Pretty sure she had the necklaces. Oh no, she didn't. I saw a clip of it. I checked. She didn't have it. And again, what was the point of it? She was old and what does it add to the story? You know? She got to be really, really hard to take the bath without the necklace. Yeah, probably. Now, I watched the scene the other day. She doesn't have the necklace on. But it's like, what does it add to the story? Because in the end, it's not like it means X, Y, and Z. It means she was this person in the past. Like, it would have been cool if they revealed who she really was and, like, she was more involved than we thought and she's been working for this, like, for years. But it did not add anything to the story. She just went to dust at the end. She could have went to dust just by, like, you know, burned alive as a self-sacrifice to the Lord of Light at the end of the fight. Like, there was many ways for her to go if she really wanted to. But nah. They want to give some service to the... no, not like this. No, I don't want to think about that. But, what did you think of the hold the door? I was like, Bran, you're so dumb. I was extremely annoyed. It's okay. It's gonna be all right, Aster. It's gonna be all right. Breathe. It's gonna be all right. Like, I could only think about how dumb Bran was. I felt bad. Like, you've been so dumb and you messed his life up for no reason. Just because you were dumb. Because there was no reason for him to go behind the Triad Raven's, orders or, instructions to not go. Like, so many people in this show told him how it was dangerous. You need to take your time. You need to learn to control it. It's gonna take a toll on you. Everything. Bran never listened for a second. Mira told him. Her brother told him. The Triad Raven told him. The children of the forest that were not children in the next season for some reason. Everybody told him, you have to be careful. This takes a toll. Blah, 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 blah. My man decided to do that and mess everything up for everybody. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you, Bran? And then he became emo. Okay. He did, and it wasn't okay. Yeah, he really, really did ruin his life. For absolutely no reason at all. Just because he was dumb. And, I wanted to be sad for it, but I was distracted by my anger at the fact that Bran was so dumb and ruined his life for no reason. So it was sad. But I was more frustrated. My frustration was overwhelming my feelings of sadness. And I was like, there was no reason for him to die. There was no reason for him to live his life like this. Cool. Thank you, Bran. You're dumb and I hate you. That's how I felt about it. And then we can talk about Uncle Benjen. What was that? What was that? Ladies, find a man that can hold the door. Bro, we don't do that. That's too soon, okay? It's like Uncle Benjen was useless. He was there to save people in random situations. Oh, it's okay, Esther. It'll be all right. First he saves Bran. That makes a little bit of sense. It doesn't, but it kind of. Apparently the Triad Raven called him. I don't know how, but somehow he called him. He showed up. Makes some sense. He saved the people. But when Mr. Jon Snow is refusing to get on the dragon for whatever the hell reason, I was watching the scene and why is he going back towards the zombies? What are we doing? Why are you not getting on the dragon, my man? What's wrong with you? Get on the dragon. And then he just keeps getting away. And he's like, just go. And Dany, I guess that's when we're supposed to realize that she likes him. Because I had not seen it before. She doesn't want to go without him and stuff. And then she leaves. Because my man just don't want to get on. He just didn't want to get there. He just didn't. He wanted to get more wilding. Yeah. That's the only reason I can see for that. There was no reason for him to do that. He was on basically one leg on the dragon, but he just went back to do whatever. And then I remember I was cackling. I could not take it when freaking Uncle Benjen shows up out of nowhere, puts him on the horse, and Jon Snow is like, come with me, and he's like, there's no time. There's no time for what? Let's remember that Uncle Benjen got on his horse, got off the horse, grabbed Bran, put him in front of him, had Mira behind him on the horse, and they escaped the zombies. But now that Jon is on his own, after surviving the cold water that he fell in, finding his sword right in front of him because that's very convenient, and then he gets on the horse and there's no time. And Uncle Benjen came in just to die there for whatever reason that is. What the hell? What the hell is that about? I was laughing so much. I was laughing out loud. It's very rare I laugh that and I didn't laugh that much in the show when it was supposed to be funny. That one got me laughing like no tomorrow. It's Mina! Hello, Mina. How you doing? Welcome in. How you been? Did you know you're in my Twitch recap of people I watch the most? Yes, you are. I stalk you, girl. I'm very proud and open about it. John went Akio Longclaw. Yep, that's what he did out here, you know. The Giants been breast milk guy. Yeah, Thurman. Yeah, Thurman was dead. Thurman had his feet in water. Thurman survived somehow. I don't know, bro. I did like him. He was funny. Not like funny to make me laugh out loud, but funny enough that I was like, haha, you like Brienne, haha, chuckle, you know? I'm good. What about you? I'm pretty good. I'm finally back from being super sick. I coughed a bit today, but not too much. Actually, yesterday I was driving because I was doing my hair again. We're 28 hours in. We're almost there, people. I'm almost done getting my hair done. And I was singing in the car, and for the first time, I wasn't coughing. I was like, oh my god, I'm not dying trying to sing. Excuse me, what do you mean you can drive? Do you think I'm 12? Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I got my license late anyway, so it would make sense. But I said I wasn't coughing, like dang. I'm glad you're better, thank you. I should definitely drink some water. Proceeds to cough. Yeah, you know, it's because he accused me of being someone that doesn't know how to drive, okay? There's a surprising number of streamers that just can't drive. I don't know why. Oh, really? Is that a thing? I know you could drive. I mean, is it a thing that people casually tell each other? Oh, by the way, did you know I can drive? Like, is it a thing? You jinxed it. I guess I did, like, dang. But like, I mean, I feel like it's not something that comes up in discussion that much. Oh, I remember when I started streaming like 2 years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and then I was like, oh yeah, like I just got home, but I had to pick up my dad on the way and blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, you can drive? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, I think I'm older than you think I am. And he was like, maybe, because I think he was 20 at the time, and I'm like, I am older than you. Yeah. And he was like, oh. You know. I got addicted to cough candy a while back. Addicted. The funny thing is, I wasn't even coughing that much. I just want to eat them. I don't think that's a good idea. Usually they do have medication in. Don't get addicted to a weird drug, my friend. That won't be good for you. I'm telling. That's just, you know, my 2 cents on it. No, you just come up and somebody that don't or didn't want to drive. You come up, and ask somebody that don't or didn't want to drive. Wait, now I want to know, like, what gives you this impression? Like, what do I exude that says that? Like, I wonder. Like, I mean, I will say I got my driver's license later than most because I live in a city that has a lot, like, you know, of buses and metro and stuff like that. So it was not a necessity for me growing up. So like, I was like, I'm not in a rush because I don't need it. And then I started working an hour and a half by bus from work, and I was like, I'm tired of this trash. I'm not traveling 3 hours. It was not that much better. By car, it was an hour instead of an hour and a half, let's be real, because traffic and stuff. But I was like, I don't want to be stuck on the bus. I don't want to have to be waiting that because it's not coming. Oh, headband, thank you. I didn't want to wait as much, so that's one of the reasons I got it. But once I started driving, I just sold my dad's car. Now I don't quote-unquote drive anymore just because I don't have a car. Like, I moved last summer, so I lost access to my parents' car. But when I need it for stuff, I can always ask them. I mean, I've been borrowing it for the past weekends to get my hair done because it's like way too far. Like, by bus, it would take me 2 hours and 40 minutes to get there. Whereas if I take the car, it's about 30 minutes. So like, I ain't going to like get on the bus for 3 hours, get my hair done for 12, and then take the bus back for 3 hours, which I don't even know if it would be there at nighttime, like how long it would take me to get home. So I was like, Dad, I need your car, you know? Oh, I meant to tell you that's a cute Santa hat and should put humbug on. What is that? What is humbug? Wait, let me Google. That's what we have the internet for. Humbug. I see a butt and I'm confused. why am I seeing stuff that I did not ask for? Like, what? um, sorry, I'm using voice test is going to put the wrong words. No, don't worry at all. Mana, you binge Game of Thrones? Yes, I did. I finished Saturday. I was just ranting about it for the last hour. How you doing? Hello, welcome in. Never heard of Scrooge? Yes. But this is not what I'm getting when I Google. I have watched Scrooge. Yeah, is that how you say his name? I don't remember. I do like the movies and stories. It's Scrooge thing. He always says it. I mean, I watched it as a kid, so I most probably watched it in French, to be honest. So I don't know what he says in the French version. An expression used when someone does not approve of enjoying something that other people enjoy, especially a special occasion such as Christmas. Sounds about right. Like that's the type of thing you would do, you know. Bah humbug comes from a Christmas Carol. It's called yeah. What's the French version? I don't remember. Bah humbug French. What? I'm seeing things. Is there an equivalent to English phrase blah 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 in other languages? I don't know. I don't actually know. Wait. French version? Fumisterie. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. What the hell? Fumisterie. That sounds very fancy and doesn't seem to convey the same feeling out here. That's very weird. But you know, we don't judge out here. That sounds cute. I mean, I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean. I'm like, what is... It does not convey much. It's like, what? Speaking of French, did you watch Wakfu? No? Is it the French show? I have no idea. What is this? Let me Google. You know, that's the beauty of doing just chatting streams. You can actually just go Google stuff. Oh wait, Mina's here. Oh my god, your accent is so different in French. It is. Yeah, my French accent has nothing to do with my English one. My English one is just an accumulation of sounds that I try to make people understand. And somehow it works. Sometimes it doesn't. That's just how it works out here. Oh, it's a game? Oh, no, wait. It's a French show? It looks like a game. Wait, there is a game version. Oh, I'm getting lost. I like the logo. I've never heard of this thing. I know that the French are usually very good at cartoons. I watched a bunch when I was a kid. You sound smart in French. Wow. I don't sound I am, all right? It's a French anime, but they made a game too, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on Google. That seems interesting. We love that. It has an animated show too. The lies. What do you mean lies? I'm being very truthful right now. Like, I mean, you know, I considered for a very split second being a French-speaking streamer. But I was like, this is gonna close some doors that I don't wanna. And honestly, I would not have known most of you here. So I think it was a good bet that I chose to stay in English. I feel like there's more resources, but at the same time, it's not like I ever explored the French community. Or I would have never watched it and I'm fluent in French. Yeah, that's for sure. French animators have a noble history. I have no idea. Like, I watch a lot of like very French like stuff. I don't know, Mina, if you ever watched Les Malheurs de Sophie, but I grew up on that and a lot of things that were very amazing. But like, I feel like I would not ever want to watch any dubbed version of this. I guess I'm too old for you, Mina. It's okay. It's very old, but I grew up watching this, and my sisters and we made my nieces watch it and stuff. Your English is good. I honestly forget that French is your first language. Let's go. We'll take it. I feel like the person that knows the two people that would know the most that like remember that my language is French are Aster and Vector. Vector sees me struggle every time we do a special, and that's when he remembers my struggles. So like, you know, if like I listen to myself, I listen to my VOD sometimes and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? And how the hell are they getting anything I'm saying? I have no idea. Nope, heard of it. I grew up with anime and games thanks to my mom. Your mom was the best. Your mom knew what was best for you, and we love it, okay? And like I watched anime in French, yeah, a lot. Like Sailor Moon, I watched that in French. There were, I think I started Naruto in French actually. Now I think about it. They still can't even count to 10. It's you're misrepresenting the situation. There is a big difference with counting to 10 and counting backwards from 10. Okay, it's not easy when you're looking at other numbers, okay? La dang. No, not Sailor Moon's French. I liked it. Oh my god, I will say the Sailor Moon opening in French, sung by a man, which was very rare back in the day, was the best thing ever, okay? The opening was great. I did rewatch the whole thing in Japanese eventually. Like, I didn't care for the voices and stuff, but the opening was everything. I would watch it before school. I was like, whoa. We would never watch the full episodes because we had to go, but you know, it was what it was. I got some things to do now. I'll see you later, Mona, in chat. We'll see you, Blues. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Was it hard to learn English? Hard to say. Okay, so I would say I was always very good at writing English. Like, I started learning English when I was... English started when I was 6, I think, in school. And I was in a school that was kind of fancy about it. And, like, they taught English very early and very thoroughly. So I was always good at writing it, making sense of it, a lot of vocabulary, like, from very little. But I did not practice speaking because I had no reason for it. In high school, I was also always in the advanced class and stuff. So like writing, grammar, everything made sense to me. I was watching a bit. Oh yeah, one of the reasons I learned more English was because I was watching anime and it was subbed. So I was learning Japanese and English at the same time when I was watching anime younger. So that helped. I will never forget. That's how I learned what Fang was, because I was watching Inuyasha. And then I heard Kiba, and I read Fang, and I was like, I had no idea what the hell that is. So then I would look it up, and I'd be like, oh, all right, I see. And thus I learned more vocabulary from there. And then when I got my first job, which was tech support for Apple, I was serving mostly like the French part of Canada. So like most of my calls were French, but I got hired as a bilingual like person. The first calls I got, my god, the panic. I was hyperventilating. I was like, I don't know. I don't understand what they're saying. And it was like, the English calls were usually Americans. So the accent on top of it, I was like, I have no idea what they're asking me for. I was panicking. I could not express myself properly. But I would say that being thrown into it was what helped me learn. Like, once I started like doing tech support in English, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm getting more comfortable, I'm learning more words, and like, some people are nice enough when they correct you on like the pronunciation of stuff. Enunciation, I don't know. I mix some words sometimes. That's why I would say I have a very good vocabulary, so I will understand English most of the time. I have no problem. Speaking it is just like, pronunciation is where I struggle. Like, I know that some words I can say properly, some words you just can tell that I don't know how to pronounce that word. Like, it just doesn't happen, And thank you for the help. And this, one of the words that, they changed every name and censored a lot. Oh yeah, the censorship. Censorship was something else. But, we made do with what we had back in the day. Then we grew up to be adults and finding the uncensored versions with the right names and everything. And then we're like, oh, Sailor Moon was everything. We just didn't know it, That was me when I had to do French call in my first job. Yeah, like suddenly having to use a language that you never do is just so confusing. You're like, when you don't expect it. Like, now I live most of my life in English, so it's like, nah, it's fine. It's like, like the rare times I have to like help someone with English at work, that's when I'm like, weird, like, oh, English at work. It feels weird to me because I'm the only one that really speaks English in the office. So when anytime someone needs to write an email in English, they will ask me to like double check or make sure it makes sense and whatnot. So I will be the one coming in, like, correcting their emails. But it's very rare. Like, my job is very tied to the government and they're all about French, so we don't really have much interaction with English speaking people. That was the worst. Companies always send us to people that barely spoke English when they tried to help us over the phone and stuff. Yeah, it's like, why are you doing this? I mean, normally, if they send you to a Canadian call center, most of us do speak English. Like, you have to go to, like, you know, like, especially, like, I'm from Montreal. We speak English, like most of us. Like, some people will speak English. I feel like if you're born and raised in Montreal, if you don't speak English, it's because you don't want to, and that's fine. You do you. Also, it will close you, like, you won't have the same opportunities as someone that does. Like, I'm lucky enough that my job, whether I spoke English or not, they would have hired me. It was not, like, they don't care. They want French people. They're very all about Quebec at my job, so I would have been fine. But for most of my other jobs I've had before this one, it was a requirement. And I would have lost out on so many job opportunities if I didn't speak English. I wouldn't have been able to travel as much because I would be, like, on my own, not being able to speak the language. It would be very scary. Like, there's a lot of things I was able to do because I spoke English. I wouldn't have been able to go to Japan if I didn't speak English, because the family I lived with was speaking English. And they were always so, like, weirded out when, like, I was talking to my family on the phone. And they were like, oh, this sounds so weird. And, like, it was so rare for me to ever speak French, just that they were not used to it. And even myself, like, hearing French was like, home, my parents. I miss my family. When I heard any French, I'm like, I miss French. I have nobody to speak in French for no reason. Like, they were sleeping most of the time, so it was like, meh. On speak français in Quebec. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about how Quebec sounds. And Quebec can be such a pain in the butt about French. Like, I I love French. I don't want it to leave. I don't want it to be a thing that is replaced and, like, for Quebec to be only English. That's not what I'm saying. But let people be. Just let people live their lives. If they want to speak English, they can. Like, we can still have, like, our stop signs written in French. We can have our ads in French in the streets. It's okay. We understand it. But, like, don't come at people because they speak English. Especially when people just, like, arrived in the country and they speak English. Leave them be. Let them do their thing. And, like, we are in a bilingual country. Like, let people choose whatever they want to speak. They're allowed to. Like, Quebec is not its own country. You can't just make a law that, like, you are not allowed to speak English. You can't. Stop it. Get some help, you know? I went to get my driver's license. Guard at the door, just a security guard gave me sass for speaking in English. You're a government entity. Like, you don't get to be sassy about it. You just do your job, okay? That's all you gotta do. I don't know why people are so pressed about it. French is great. I love it. I'm happy that I know French. I feel like it's a good language to, like, be born, like, learning it as you're, like, being born into a French speaking country. I think is good because it's one of the most difficult languages, but it is a language I will never struggle with. Is it the most useful to me in my life? Like, if I travel? No, but at least I have that one. My brain comprehends the French, you know? And then I got English, so that works out for most things. So, you know, I'm kind of set up when it comes to languages that I need. I'm set up. And then I got Japanese because I love it. And that's great, you know? For speaking in English, we speak French in Quebec. I was like, in English, yeah, okay. Yeah, like, what are they gonna do? Turn you back and you can't get your license? Like, what do you want me to do? And, like, what do they know about your life that they, like... Maybe you've only been there for, like, 6 months and you're in your French classes, so you're not there yet. Like, just let people be. Like, why you gotta be so annoying about it? And that's why people hate us and they're, like, annoyed at us, because we get annoying. I mean, I say we, I'm just talking about Quebec in general and our government about it. Like, they had a whole argument about French the other day in the government. It was very cringe. They were like, it was extremely cringe. And, like, I do not want this to represent me at all. Please stop it. Stop being cringe. Please and thank you. Ali, hello. I'm about to purr. I have no idea what that means, but welcome in. Hello, how you doing? How was your weekend? How have you been? I was thinking, what were we talking about? French. Oh yeah. We went places with this conversation. Oh yeah, but I guess there was like one VTuber drama I wanted to talk about. There's currently one going on, and I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about it. Do you like Dark Souls? And over my day is bad. Well, I hope I can help you feel better about your day just by, you know, chatting up about stuff. And yes, I do like Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls 1 and 3. I'm currently playing Sekiro, and I just don't have time to play it this week, but I will probably next week though. Yeah, the VTuber drama. So apparently someone was complaining about riggers, saying that riggers are trying to normalize the price of rigging to be like 2K to 9K and stuff. And then she was like, why are they trying to brainwash people into thinking that this is normal, this is not, and like, why are they like, you know, doing all this and all that? I'm paraphrasing. I don't have time to go. I'm not gonna go read the whole thing. And then she started getting dunked on by mostly everybody, saying like, well, if it's not for you, like, why are you complaining about it? Like, it's fine, just do you. And I feel like this conversation is really not as complicated as people are making it seem to be. Like, I feel like if you want decent rigging, like, you have to pay, like, you know, I would say like for decent, you can get something pretty good for 500-600 USD. I think you'll find something pretty good. If you want something over the top, then you have to know that this is a luxury and you want extra stuff for whatever reason it may be. Well, you have to be ready to pay for it and not complain about it. I don't know why you even need to complain about it. That's what confuses me about it. Oh, I got in my recommendations. I always get nice people's streams in my recommendation, but sadly they don't respond. Oh, that sucks. Well, I mean, I do my best. I will never promise that I will see every chat, but I will always try to answer. Money, money, money. Da-na-na-na. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like, personally, I like to live my life and not mind others' business, you know? If I want very, very fancy rigging, I will check what I can afford and be like, oh, okay, this is in my range. Just like the rigging for this model, I want an upgrade from what I had last. And let's say like my last rigging, my first model cost me $250. So of course it was not gonna be the same quality that what I got right now, because, you know, I paid more for it. I shopped more for it. And honestly, I even think I didn't pay enough for my rigging, because I do think it's very good. And like my rigger was, you know, still in the learning process. So it was not as expensive as I feel like it's worth. Of course, like I paid them when they asked me for, I gave them a tip and everything. But if they asked for more, I just would have looked for someone else, because it was not in my budget at the time, you know? She promises to ignore all my chats. Of course. Sadly, my country bans subscribing and membership online in my country. I would give it... That's super sweet of you. Don't worry. I just appreciate you being here. I appreciate having people to chat to. I love talking, as you can tell. I ramble for hours. So don't worry about money. Just be here. Relax. It's Christmas time. We're just chilling. So, you know, enjoy yourself here. But yeah, I just feel like there's not even a need to have a whole discussion. I don't think everybody needs to be dunking on her. I don't think her take was good in any way, shape, or form. They don't understand rigging is so much work. I do think that too. I do feel like when I watch my rigger working on my model, and she was relatively she was very fast, like faster than what I've seen others do. But that also meant that she was working like all the time on my model. Like she worked really hard, and I was like, wow, I was impressed with her work. She did really well. And I have tried to learn Live 2D. I can't do it. It's not for me. It's not for everybody. Like, you know, I know my limits. I'm never gonna learn rigging, or if I do, it's gonna take me at least 15 years. Like there's no logic to it for me. Like I look at it, I watch the tutorials, and it just doesn't connect. I don't connect the dots. So like, you know, I'm okay. I'm a streamer. I love streaming. I love rambling. I love talking to people. That's what I do. I will leave the art part to people that are good at it, enjoy it, and can make bank from it. Like, go for it. Make bank. I'll be happy and proud, and I will, you know, recommend you to others. I would recommend my rigger to anybody. She was amazingly nice and very talented. So I'm like, I have no problem paying for this, you know? Winter is almost there. Also, it's been months since I last see a VTuber. Really? I mean, I feel like there's VTubers everywhere on YouTube now, especially now that they allow dual streaming. A lot of Twitch streamers are now on YouTube as well, and vice versa. But hello, it's me. Well, I'm so bad at this. I'm introducing myself. I am a sea turtle, and I'm looking for a husband because I want to be a housewife. But I'm lazy, so in the meantime, I play games and I chat with people. So welcome in, welcome in. Oh well, I won't see snow in my country, but at least... Oh, you're in the hot country. I see a lot of snow where I am. We're in a very snowy area, and I'm not looking forward to all the trash that comes with it, you know? I feel like she got emotional and got carried away, but I do occasionally see all forms of service people going, normalize charging more for services that aren't worth the price to begin with. Yeah. Wait, am I the only one here? I mean, I don't think so. I have people from pretty much all over the place. I don't know. But yeah, I agree, Aster. I just feel like it's a difficult thing to say because I think we were talking about it earlier. But when you pay a lot of money, there's two things. It can be for the amount of work and it can be for the name. Like, you know, there's a super big, like, controversial rigger, like, that makes things that people complain about every time. I'm not gonna get into that controversy. But he is expensive because he's very good, but also very well known. He has done countless model rigging for Iron Mouse. You're gonna pay for the name. And because when he works for you and then posts your model showcase, it puts so many more eyes on you. So you literally pay for the clout as well. It's with it. Have a good night, Allie. I'm happy I made your day better. I hope you have a good night and you rest well. Bye bye. Like, yeah, you're paying for the name, you're paying for the clout, and you have to know that this is part of it, you know. And if you're not okay with it, you don't go for it. And like, there were a lot of riggers that I saw that were like, oh my god, I love their work, it's so smooth, I love their V-Bridger. I was extremely picky choosing my rigger because there was specific things like V-Bridger I wanted to be good. I wanted to be amazing. I wanted to be able to tweak it. I wanted to be able to be like, this is actual rigging that can be as expressive as possible. And I feel like I got it with the rigger I chose. But when I was shopping for one, I saw prices that like were literally like 2 times my salary for a month. I'm not gonna pay this. I can't afford this. If I had more of a salary, yeah, maybe I would have paid for someone even more expensive than what I did. At the same time, I'm very satisfied with my rigging, so I'm like, I don't need that, you know? Yeah, but I'm not gonna pay for Johnny Rigs everything 69 his name just because normalize charging more. Yeah, no, I don't think that works. If it's someone's well known and their work is good, sure. Yeah, no, if it's like whoever and they're doing their second rig in the game, I think you need to, you know, get your foot in the game, get your name up before you can up your prices with it. I think there should be a base price for rigging, but some rigging is worth 500. Like, it's just what it is. Like, maybe I know that some riggers don't even do mouth shapes. They just open the mouth, or like they do half bodies and stuff. It is worth 500 or less sometimes, and it's okay. I think what we need to normalize is that there is a range of pricing for rigging. That's my take on it. But that's the exception to not to be normalized. Yeah, I feel like I guess that's my take on it. Normalize having a wide range of pricing for art or rigging or anything VTubing related. Because let's remember, there are free options. You do not have to spend to be a VTuber. There are so many more customizable models now that it's become a thing. Like back when I started, it was not a thing. We couldn't find it. The first one caused such a big uproar because everybody had the Jenny model, and we were like, what is going on? What is it? Is that a plant? Is like everybody was confused when it happened. But now it's everywhere. There are all sorts of models that can be customized and you can add stuff to it. So you can start with that and pay like $90 for a model and be done. There are chibi models that are even cheaper. There's some free ones. Free chibis like the chibi I use for my puns and stuff. That's free and very nice. You just get credit. And there's like full-size models for men and women and whatever else. You could just do that. Or there's always V-Roid. And even if you don't want to make it yourself because you got no skills like me, you can hire people for a lot, like very decent pricing to make a customized one for you. Like it's not that expensive to get a customized Viroid unless you want you want it like from scratch with like epic art on it. Like some people are gonna start like charging very much, like if you want to have the iPhone blend shapes on it and whatnot. But most of the time it's free. There is no need for you to go bankrupt for it. So like, you know, I hate when people try to say that VTubing is expensive and has to be. My answer to that is VTubing can be expensive. Doesn't have to be. Most people that made it didn't start like that. I will say some people start with the big shebang and the big model that costs like $8,000 total and whatnot, and they make it. Because people are like, wow, new shiny thing. I love it. I want to know more because shiny, beautiful. And they manage to keep the crowd interested and people stay there, and then they make it and all of a sudden they're a big deal. Happens. But most of the people I know that made it big. Oh God, my God, you're scaring me. Oh my, can you stop being violent? My God, what's wrong with you? My God. Now I look what I was saying. Is it going to rig you a husband? I mean, Aster, you gonna pay? I swear you're gonna pay. Like, I swear I'm gonna do something and there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it. It's gonna be painful. Yeah, that's all I can say. Anyways, what was I saying before all that bullying from Aster? It's been an hour and a half. Yes, and that's your reminder. Like, I can look at the clock. Not to kill your voice. I know, I'm not as sick anymore. See, I haven't been coughing to death, okay? Like, dang, my God. But now you make me lose what I was saying. What was I saying before you bullied me? I was talking about stuff. Does it have to be death? Yes. If it's not dead, I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay? Let's talk about models. And that I guess VTubing can be cheap. I guess that's what I was trying to say. Talk about how VTubing doesn't need to be expensive. Yeah, that thing. It's Stevie Cutie. Hello, how you doing? How you been? Yeah, like you can do it for free. Oh yeah, I was saying that most people that I actually enjoy watching or that I've seen and made it big over a little bit of time started with either a model they made themselves or a PNG or a Viroid or anything that wasn't expensive. Like even when I started, like until my re-debut in September, I never got commissioned overlays. I was like, I'll just follow some tutorials, like, you know, do it with the Google, whatever. Like, I saw a tutorial how to make overlays with Google, like, the one like for PowerPoint or something. And then that's what I did all my first overlays with. I just found stuff I thought was interesting and I worked out with it, you know? I'm doing okay, mostly busy. How are you? I'm pretty good. I'm finally off COVID. COVID finally left me. Oh, I felt so bad. My boss had it really bad because she has another disease that gets woken up when she gets sick. So like she was just throwing up for like 3 days. And like I think she had her last meal on Saturday, and the next time she had the meal was on the Thursday after. So yeah, she wasn't doing great. Like she can barely eat. She has no appetite. She eats 2 bites and then she's like done. And she needs to force herself to eat and stuff. Slides? Yes, yeah, like Google Slides and stuff. That's what I use for it. And yeah, I feel like you can make your own overlays. Honestly, and now there are so many free resources. So there's no reason for you to have, oh, I have to do that, because there is no guarantee that you will actually make it if you spend. And also, as everybody says, do not stream, but do not invest a lot in streaming if you don't know if you like it already. I feel like it's a gamble. Hello, Hello, Elle. How you doing? I'm doing a lot better today. How have you been? I feel like I took a gamble, but I feel like I knew myself enough to know that I would like it. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to stream. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know how to talk to people. But I had a feeling I was gonna enjoy streaming. So even the day I started, I was already looking at an artist to get a model. I was like, yep, I'm doing this. It's happening. I'm investing into this. And look at me. 2 years later, no regrets, no regrets. I still love streaming. I love rambling to people, all that. I'm fine. I'm glad you're better. Yay, thank you. Hey, do you get Mario? Hey, do you got Mario Wonder? We're going to get it. Wait. Hey, do you got Mario Wonder? We're going to get it. I'm trying to think about what this voice message is supposed to mean. Like, do you have Mario Wonder, or you're going to get it? I'm gonna say I don't have it, but I do want it. That's something I want. I think I want to play that next after Sekiro, actually. Much rags, such rats. I don't know what you're talking about because I got none. Look at where we are today. I got a fancy model I love. I got an amazing community I love. We have amazing, what do you call it? Movie night community. That's one of my favorite things still, you know. New Crazy Taxi announced. Going back to my roots, running people over in Crazy Taxi. When is it coming out? That was an amazing recommendation from Elle. Elle introduced me to Crazy Taxi, and I have no regrets. I was running some people over, was, you know, taking the pastor places. I would love that. I would love it, actually. Oh, that's exciting. And yeah, I don't have it, but I want to play it. I want to play it. Yeah, that's one thing I want to get eventually. As I said, I have a weird relationship with Mario because I'm not good at it, but I feel like I want to crush this generational curse on it, and I want to be good, or at least finish one, you know. Yeah, it was announced in the Game Awards with a new Jet Set radio. I don't know about that second one, but that's exciting. Let's go. Let's go. They know what people want. Mother likes to run people over. Me? Never. Why would you say such a thing? What? I would never run people over. I think that Crazy Taxi is the family-friendly, fun version of GTA to me. Like, I don't like GTA personally. It's not for me. Like, it's not my type of humor. Like, the only what do you call it? The only time I've seen someone play GTA was like quite a few years ago, and they were like, "Oh, I want to show you like the game," and then he was like, he got in this car and then he was running over grandmas, and I was like, and he was like hysterically laughing about it. And I was like, that's not for me though. Like, I didn't find it funny. I was like, nah. I was waiting to see where that was going. Yeah. Like, I mean, in Crazy Taxi, you can't actually run people over. You can, like, make them mad and scream and make like, wow, ah, and they get mad at you because you didn't get them where you were supposed to go. But you don't actually kill people. Like, and like, I've never been the type to like that. It's just not my taste. I mean, people do whatever they do. You do you if you enjoy it. But for me, it's not. It was never a thing that made me think, oh, that's so funny. I get to, like, you know. Like, I guess I like to murder stuff, like in Dark Souls, when there's zombies around. I'll slay them for no reason, or sometimes I'll also hit some NPC by mistake. But it's never been the thing that like makes me laugh in a game. Not really. You can kill them in Crazy Taxi, yeah. Like, you just like make them like be like gasp and be like offended by you passing by, and I think that's okay for me. I don't need more. Some people flip you off, and like I mean, I never noticed. If they did, but I never noticed that they did. So I'm like, hey, it's fine. Like, you just scare them, and then your taxi goes underwater for some reason. It's just great. I just love the game, and I'm a wonderful driver, so nobody needs to be scared when I'm driving around. I promise. And yeah, no, like, I feel like everybody can play whatever they want. Like, I just know my temperament, and like I'm just not about the running people over and killing people. Like, I mean, I I remember when I was playing a shooter game back in the day on my phone, and it was my favorite game. I was a sniper, and I was killing. But do you know what I was killing? I was killing squirrel. That was my job. I had the sniper view in the thing, and I was shooting squirrels, and that was the thing. For some reason, that did not trouble me as much. It was different. It hit different, you know. Now the squirrels, I know Vector would be very offended by that fact, but it's like that was the game. I was a sniper and I was killing squirrels. I mean, you have to make a choice in life. Are you gonna shoot squirrels or are you gonna run over grandmas? I'm sorry, I had to make my choice at that point, and I lived for it. That's the only like shooter game I really played before. Is there a game that has a squirrel holding a gun now? There might be, and that might be about revenge. I don't know. Oh my god, Vector was here. He heard it. No, I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never hurt a squirrel. I promise, Vector. Like, that's not a thing I would do. They're coming for you. Are they now? I'm ready, though. I'm ready. I got the rifle. I mean, I would never do that, Vector. I promise. But yeah, it's just self-defense at this point, you know? Don't mention you like beating people in Soul Calibur. I mean, fighting games are different. Like, you're there for that. You're there to throw hands. So, you know, if you don't throw hands, what are you gonna do? Well, yeah, no, Soul Calibur was a great time. I love it. Like, beating up people and that is great. Is revenge self-defense? No, because you're not in immediate, like, danger at this point. So it cannot be. Because now I was gonna talk about something very dark I saw on Twitter the other day, but I think nobody needs to hear that. But, you know, whoops. Sorry, I'm just trying to, like, sit on my chair and I'm struggling. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm taller because I'm sitting on my knees. Because, comfy. Anyways, you know, fighting games are still my favorites. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I haven't streamed any in absolutely forever. I just don't know. Sorry. If I'm not playing against someone, I don't know if I want to stream my adventures online, because at some point I will just start modding, and I don't know if that's actually like entertaining for people to watch me mod at people online. I'm also not the best. Like, I feel like that might sound weird, but like my friends are usually not pro level, you know, like the people online. So I can actually feel like, okay, I may not win, but like I might get a hit here and there. I might do this some here and there. So I feel like there's hope for me. Like, I can actually enjoy the game instead of people like sometimes when I haven't done it forever, but I used to play like Super Smash Melee online, and some people don't actually fight. All they do is just grab you and put you in a loop, and then it's like, well, this is not fun anymore. Like, we're not playing, you know? Run the set right now instead of what? Checkmate showdown. Oh, well, I mean, I beat you in the first ones in that way. But what do you mean, dear? I'm just saying, like, I mean, let's say sometimes I play Guilty Gear with Aster. Aster is very good at Guilty Gear. But also, since he's my friend, you fended off my ex so you can play Strive online. No, I would be modding. That's all that would happen to me, you know? And I will play Naruto Storm Online, maybe. I mean, I've never played any Naruto games, to be honest. Maybe I should. You can always play against me. Yeah, I like to play against friends. I feel like I mod too much when I play online. It's not fun. Like, I feel like people are not there to play. They're just there to, like, either rank up or just to bully people. And I don't like it. That's why I always play with friends only. No, but modding is about skills. You're skilled enough to win online. I don't know. Last time I went online, I lost a rank. So I don't... Like, I found one guy that we were evenly matched. And then I had fun. And I was like, okay. I find one person that's there to play, there to get better and have fun. I actually want to try the new character. I need to go back and log in. But it's like... But yeah, I'd rather play friends for anything in life, honestly. I'd rather do it with friends than with strangers. It's just not the same time of fun. Yeah, but you hadn't been playing in a while. They reworked the ranked system since then. Oh, have they? Well, I mean, I want to play more. Like, I was in the mood for it. Like, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I was getting back into Strive, and then life happened, and then I did it, and then I forgot everything. Like, for me, when I don't play Strive for a while, I honestly forget how to play. I've never been good at combos. Like, I was talking about it the other day, but I feel better and I feel happier playing Smash because it's very simple. I don't have like a quarter circle P, and I don't like all that. I just want to smash my buttons that I know and know what they're gonna do. I love having one button to jump. I don't like directions like this. That's why I can play Super Smash a lot more comfortably. There's too much thinking going on in Strive sometimes. Like, sometimes I get better, sometimes I get worse. I don't know. Finding someone evenly matched to play against is fun. Yeah, that's when you have fun. But like, what are the chances that you will find someone like that? It's online. It's so hard, you know. What I miss? New cute character added recently in Guilty Gear. Yeah, Elfette, whatever her name is. She has a crush on the black guy and is very cute. Elfette is a pain. Like, I still want to try her because Esther told me she's a very like in-your-face characters, and that's usually what I play. I play Geo, whatever. That's the girl I play. Once I stop playing her, I forget about her, I forget how to play, and I forget her name. And I haven't played her in a little bit, so now I forgot again. And they will add a 3v3 mode. Oh, well, I mean, I don't have that many friends. So I don't know if I'll get a third person to play with, but you know. Elfette is a unga bunga. Yeah, that's me. That's pretty much that. Just play Smash then. But I do enjoy playing Strive with my friends. I like playing things mindlessly. Like, I'm not aiming to become like competitive and become super good and like I'm the best player around. That's not what I want. I just want to enjoy. I don't care that I don't get any better. Like, I mean, of course it's gonna be fun the day I get one stock off someone. It's like, oh yeah, that's a win. And I know what expectations to have of myself. So I'll be like, oh, I'll just make sure with this character, all I want is not to get perfected against this friend. Oh, okay, now I'm not getting perfected. I want to like get one stock off. Like, and if I can get to that, then it's good, you know? And she's easy to play. You might like her. Only quarter circles, no Z inputs. I don't know what Z inputs are, to be honest. I forgot. I don't know much. So, but thank you for the info. I will definitely try her. I want to know what she plays like and figure it out, you know? Unless you play your Ken and Smash, then you can do those combos things. I mean, in Smash, when I talk about Smash, I usually speak about Melee. So, like, I got none of these characters. And I'm a Peach player. So... you know. that's how I live my life. When I don't really like Ultimate. I have it, but I haven't played it that much. I feel like the characters feel weak, and it's weird for me. I'm a melee person, you know. Giovanna's cartwheel is a Z input. Okay, the ones I can do. That's good to know. I mean, the easier the better for me, you know. Oh, you're taking notes to know how to beat me up. But I mean, I would like to maybe at some point I'll get into Ultimate. I think there's a story mode. I think I started it and I haven't finished. Like, I need to unlock people. I can't remember the last time I streamed Smash, and I don't think I've ever streamed Ultimate now I think about it. Yeah, maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll at least take the time to like stream it myself, like unlocking characters and figuring stuff out, you know? I don't think I would ever, like, I don't like the new era of games where there's just so many DLCs. I don't want a DLC. I just want to play, like, I pay for a game and I get everything that comes with it. I don't want to be, oh, I have to pay to get this character. I never buy these. I get annoyed by it. The story mode is in Ultimate. Nothing beats the story in Brawl. The story in Brawl is amazing. I used to play it with my sister back in the day, and we were so into it. We were like, oh my god, every time something happened. It was so much fun. I wish they were able to replicate that in the later versions. I can play Smash, but I don't like the newer Smash Brothers. Exactly, high five on that. It just doesn't feel right. Like, Brawl wasn't perfect, but it was still fun. It's just not the same. The friendship with Samus and Pikachu. I know, but for me, like, you know, my sister and I play Peach, and my sister always played Zelda. So like in the beginning scene when, like, you know, you have to choose who to save, we were like, oh my god, and we didn't to do, like, one of us didn't have a character for a while, so we're like, nah. I can't play Smash to save my life. You can. See? Give yourself the same advice you give me about Strive. You just need practice. You just need to get comfortable and practice so you get better, you know? Yeah. But yeah, no, when we had to choose between Peach and Zelda, it was tragic for us, you know? But I don't want to. See? At least you're honest with yourself. Oh, no disrespect for Smash here. Smash is base. Smash is great. We don't do this in this house, all right? My God, so disrespectful out here. Cannot believe. Get some water. Water is good. Yeah, I guess next game is I want to play Mario Wonder, and if there's a new Crazy Taxi, you already know I'm playing that. I just have to. It's Crazy Taxi. Like, I mean, it might replace Mario Kart sometimes, because, you know. And I've been really loving streaming Mario Kart, so I think I want to do some more of that. Just a lot of fun, and people get to participate. What are your plans for the holidays? So we forget that Sekiro exists. No, I told you I will probably play it so like next week, okay? I just have 2 streams this week, so I have to make the most of it and talk to you guys because I miss you guys. My plans for the holidays are not much, you know, so I will be off work I finish on the 21st, and I should be back in office on the 8th, I believe. So, you know, I'll be chilling, eating, relaxing, sleeping. I don't know. I still don't know how much I'll be streaming in that period. Like, maybe I will stream once or twice in the period. I'll see how I feel. Or maybe I'll just won't have a schedule and just stream whenever I want. Maybe I'll have some day streams. Who knows? I'll figure it out. Trying to think what I did last year. I was depressed last year, so I don't remember what I was doing. Back playing GTA. Ooh, hello. Have fun with that. We were just talking about GTA earlier and running people over and stuff. Slowly but surely. I'm not forgetting. What else? Yeah, I just plan on eating food, having great stuff, hanging out with family mostly, and resting. I think it's been a very tiring year. I just want to rest. I want to be done with my hair. I should be done with my hair next... I mean, I'm going back on Friday and Saturday. So far, as I was saying earlier, we spent 28 hours into my hair. Hopefully, we will be done by the 40-hour mark. Hopefully. I mean, I knew it was gonna take long, but at the same time, sitting there for that long is not the greatest. And then my hair is now in different stages because we did half of my head last week on Friday and Saturday, the whole day. But then we did like another, like a 1/4, I guess, yesterday. So now the new parts, you know, it looks kind of fresh. So it's like, and then I have to wait because I'm like, for the first month, I'm not supposed to wash my hair for a month, but I also cannot put any product in my hair. So my hair is like, my scalp is extremely dry right now. It's the first time in my life that I don't put any product on my head. And I'm like, my head is not liking this. My head is not having it. And I'm like, if I finish by Saturday, then is it a month from Saturday? Even though it's already been like almost 2 weeks for one side of my head. It's just very complicated for no reason for me, you know. New game +4 right now. Dark Souls 1, trying to reach my goal. No, NG +7, and I'll put Dark Souls 2. Ah, God! My God, that scared me. Let me read in peace, my God. I will make you pay. I promise you, you're gonna pay for this. You're gonna pay for this, Aster. Stop it. You put a burger on my head. And now it's stuck. And I'm not eating a burger. This is just illegal. Stop it. My God. Anyways, you got this, Allie. It's gonna go great for you. Better than whatever is gonna happen when I bully Aster tomorrow for his wedding day. A whole month? Yes. For the first month. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay. I promise you're gonna pay so much. You won't even see it coming, I promise. Like, whatever I'm gonna do to you, you know what? I'm gonna, like, take you out of the banana club. Cult, whatever. You'll be the only one wearing a normal suit while everybody's happy in their banana suit. That's what's gonna happen to you, I promise. I promise you. I promise you. Let me read my chat. My God. This wouldn't be a problem if you just wore... What? A helmet? How does that... I mean, nobody needs to know what's under your helmet, apparently. So I guess that works indeed, Vector. That's just how it goes. Nobody needs to know. Like, I have, like, half of my head done, and I have 2, like, bunty nuts at the top of my head. And I went to work today like that. And, you know, that's one of the perks of being the only black person in the office. None of them gonna see anything about it. They don't need to know. To them, it's exotic, and they don't need to know that my hair is just not done. They're gonna be like, wow, that's so cool. Like, how you do that? And I'm like, yeah, my hair is just not done, bro. But then they're gonna feel uncomfortable about it and they won't ask any more questions. So, you know, I can get away with it, you know? I love your hair is super long and pretty. Well, I mean, it might be in a few years. I'm getting locks, so that's why it's taking so long. But I think it's a good choice for my hair type and everything. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great, but it's a process to start it and take care of it, you know? My hair is not super long. Like, I think, like, when it's stretched out, it's like shoulder length right now. So, like, hopefully in like 3 years I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's past my back for once, because it's gonna shrink after a while. But you know, that it is what it is. I love that you start talking again before the rest come. Of course you're happy and proud of yourself. Don't worry, I still wait for Aster's stream to bully him. Yeah, we're waiting for your stream. When you're streaming again, Aster, we need to take notes for, like, personal reasons. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the new Twitch meta. Oh God. I mean, I don't know. If you've seen it, you've seen it. You know what's up. And you know what's funny? My model could actually do that, but I ain't gonna go that route, you know? I'm desperate for clout, but not like that. Apparently, I cannot with how dumb it is. I love it. I mean, it's so dumb. Apparently, people can go, like, you know, topless, camera barely covering up stuff, and just shake the booba. And that's a Twitch meta right now, and that's a thing. And people don't get, like, banned for it. And it's like, what? Didn't get banned recently, no? Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear anything about people getting banned. At this point, I prefer to go to yeah. At this point, just go there for your needs, you know? It's like, all right. I just don't understand, like, because some people have pointed out at this point, Twitch should have a separate and, like, not safe for work version. People can do that there. But at the same time, I'm like, why are people choosing to do this on Twitch? Like, what compels them to do that? I'm pretty sure that the people that do it, most of them probably have accounts on other websites where they can do exactly that. Why is it that it's a thing on Twitch? Are there more people on Twitch than this other website? I mean, I'm not too familiar, not gonna lie, but you know. The main ones that started all this got banned, as far as I know. Okay, well, that's something. But the fact that it's only got banned because someone clipped it, like clipped someone watching it, like, no one talked about it. Twitch wouldn't have done anything about it. That when we all know that, you know? Did you cut it? Did you cut what? My hair? Or if you're talking about my hair, no, I haven't cut my hair in like 10 years. It just doesn't grow that much. I mean, if you saw pictures of me before shoes, I probably had extension if it was super long. But my natural hair usually, like, at some point it was half my back when it's very, very straight. But then it just shrinks with shrinkage and all that, so it's not looking that long, you know? I have an idea, but I don't even want to share it. But why are you saying that for, Aster? Why are you teasing us with information? But yeah, I just don't understand. Like, I mean, I will never get it. I mean, it's not part of my personality, but I've never been the type to be like a YouTuber. I'm also very like I'm not innocent, but I can be very clueless about stuff. So I don't think I would have done a good job anyways. I can be sus. I would be cringing myself out of my body. Like, I could not do it. It's just not a natural thing for me. Like, more power to you if you can. It's just not something for me. I prefer being lost and confused. You know, I live my life better that way, personally, you know? I always have very short hair. It's a lot more easy to take care of in the morning. I mean, I assume that you have hair that is easier to manage than I do. Because honestly, even if I had short hair, it would still be very much a pain to look decent in the morning. Like, if any of you know what the hair curl patterns are, there's a whole chart with letters and numbers. I am at the bottom of the chart. I'm a 4C girl. My hair is just a sponge, and there's not much I can do about it. Like, it has no defined pattern. Like, 4C hair doesn't have it just my hair just doesn't have 4C hair doesn't have a curl pattern. It's just extremely curly, and you can't see the pattern. That's just how it is, and my hair is very much that. So, you know, it just lives its own life. Did you just assume he was white? No, but I just assume he's not black, I guess is how you gotta see it, you know? But I might be just assuming. Yeah, from your realm Discord. Yeah. So you've definitely seen my hair before, and I haven't cut it, but it just doesn't grow that fast, yeah. But like, I feel like if you don't have 4C hair, your hair is still gonna be easier to manage on most days for most people's, you know? If I let them grow too much, they do waves. See, if I had wavy hair, I'd be happy. And maybe I would have locked my hair. But my hair is not easy to manage, but I also don't want to be bald. So I'm in a situation where there's nothing to do. Like, I shaved my hair back in the day. It's been at least maybe 10 years. My hair is still shoulder length, and I've never cut it. So it's like, my hair doesn't retain that well, so that's why I think with locks, I might be able to eventually retain some locks. Because the good thing about locks is that, like, you know, you can't have like split ends. Like, your hair just, you know, meshes over itself, and it meshes the dead hair as well that I would usually lose by like combing out or brushing my hair. That would fall out, but instead of falling out, it just becomes part of the lock. So it makes your hair just retain length just by default. So over time, I should be able to have decent length, and like, I will never take them out because I don't want to go back to being bald and having to take care of my hair. But locking hair can take years to lock, so I'm not expecting to have results in the next few years. Like, apparently, like, if you're lucky with my hair type, it can take 2 to 3 years for your hair to actually lock. So I'm like, yeah, it's a long commitment thing, but I do believe that I'll be happy with the result in a few years. And yeah, as most people say after they get locked, like, they just wish they started sooner. I just didn't know about like micro locks. That's what I'm getting. Because I never found appeal to like bigger traditional locks because they're too big, and I feel like there's not much you can do because they're so big, so you can't really put them in a ponytail. Like, they're just too thick, you know? And I didn't like the look of them for me. So I got micro locks, which looks like I have mini braids all over my head over time, and I just can do whatever I want with my own hair. And it's very light, so I like the idea of that. Just not gonna take care of it, you know? If I let them grow anyways, I used to shave it by myself because no money to go and have a haircut. Like, it was not ah! My God! What? That's what you want to do today. I see how it is, Aster. Like, you just don't want me to bring my chat. You don't want me to talk to people. I see how it is. I promise tomorrow you're gonna taste it. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna like, you know, exile you from the island. Did you need all that for a reminder, bro? My God. It was not good to watch. I mean, I can't imagine, because I always imagine that people that shave their hair is very easy. You just shave it off, so you can't really go wrong. But at the same time, some people shave it off but not close enough that there's absolutely no hair, so like if they do a weird shape with it, might look a bit weird. But I mean, I don't really know it. When I quote unquote shaved my hair, like it was not like to the skin, like there was maybe like a few centimeters left. And I still think that was the ugliest phase of my life, and I would not do it again. I don't believe I look good bald. And I was like a bit, like my face was a bit more chunky back in the day. Like I wasn't chunky, but my face was. Like I guess my baby fat wasn't gone at this point, so it was like, and I had like the super bushy eyebrows. I had braces. I had glasses. Like it was a whole combo of thing, and then I had no hair to help me out with it. It was like, at least when you got hair, it can, you know, shape your face. You look very different. I look very different with long hair and short hair, like just going from braids to like normal hair. So like it was like it was not helping me in any way. And I don't think I would ever want to do that again. So yeah, at least with locks, I should be able to like do a bunch of things that should be cute and fun and very liberating. But I know that the first year at least is gonna be a lot of work to keep them in shape. Even washing your hair with locks is a pain. You have to braid it. You have to put like bands in it so it doesn't unravel on its own. You have issues. Can you do dreadlocks for your hair? I could, but I chose to do micro locks. I didn't want dreadlocks because they're too big. That was just bullying. You think I don't know? You think I can tell? I know you have issues, bro. I can very much tell from a distance. Okay. Dang. Yes. I'm doing micro locks. If you want to have an idea of what it looks like, you can, you know, Google it, YouTube it. I've been watching a lot of videos because I wanted to make sure I knew which type of locks I wanted, how long it takes, what do I need to do, how to maintain, what to do for your hair type, because different hair types do have different locking methods. Like I wanted to know everything, so like that's all that there is on my YouTube recommendations, all about locks. My lock journey, my locks after 2 years, my locks after 3 years. I just want to have an idea of what to kind of expect. Again, every hair locks differently, so I can't find someone and be like, oh, this is what I'm gonna look like in 2 years. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like trust my hair to not betray me and look like trash. Hopefully, you know, we're just praying out here. Badasser facts right there. Aster just be a bully, and he has no shame when he should. You threw a turkey at a turkey. Wait, that was a bear. I don't think I have a turkey in. I have all sorts of things, but I don't think a turkey is one of them. No, that would have been funny though. Even though like Thanksgiving over, but I'll take the bear, you know, we make do with what we got. And yeah, I'm excited for my hair. It's long. I'm kind of over the installation part because, you know, I knew, but I didn't know. I was hoping, yeah, they say it takes 40 hours, but maybe it won't. Yeah, no. I currently have 328 locks. I expect to finish in about 100 if I'm lucky. So if I'm lucky, if not, I expect to be 500. I don't really want 500 locks because the thing with locks is that you have to retie them every 6 to 8 weeks and it costs money. So I'm like, I ain't rich like that. And it costs more money the more you have. So I'm like, I don't want to go broke. But the thing is that if I have like 500, I know that from what I've seen, it will look fuller and a lot nicer like when I do hairdos and stuff. But it's like, eh. Yeah, I tried to do the locks, but I have curly hair. It's very, very hard. Yeah. Your hair is awesome. You have long and amazing hair. Like, I feel like if you wanted to do locks, I mean, first, I would say if you're going to start it, don't start them with 2-strand twists in your case, because I think it would make it very hard for you and make it a pain. I would say get interlocked, but that is going to take days.
because you have freaking long hair. It's gonna take days. It's gonna cost your life savings because of the length of your hair. So either you cut your hair before you do it, so you don't pay too much, or you just manage just to strand twist. I just feel like it would be so much maintenance for you, considering how much hair you have. So it's like, But you know, if you want one day, you could get the lock lifestyle. Like from what I understand, after the first 2 years, that's when you start to really see the benefits. How easy it is to wash your hair. You don't need any products. You only need shampoo, but you don't put anything else in your head. And it's very weird to me. I grew up with like having all sorts of creams and moisturizing stuff and oils and whatever. But then I just need shampoo and like some mist water that you put in your hair here and there. That's all you need, which I think is a good thing. You're saving on that. You're not saving on the reties that cost like almost $200 a retie, but you're saving on products. So, you know, it's an exchange, I guess. Hurts my soul and my wallet. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how to like add my retie budget to my life right now. Like, I only did it that early, even though like I don't know how I'm gonna pay my reties, because the girl that does my hair was having a sale to build her portfolio, so she was doing it 50% off. So I was like, this is the only opportunity in my life that I will get where it's gonna be that cheap. So yeah. And I eventually want to learn how to retie my hair myself, because there's no way I'm gonna like go for the next 10 years of my life or more and having to pay someone like 175 and up every 6 to 8 weeks to get my hair done. Like, I ain't invested like that. I ain't rich like that. If I become rich, then it's not a problem, but I don't think that's in the cards for me. So we're just gonna do what we gotta do for now. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end it here for today. I've been having a lot of fun, and I think I could probably continue to rant for a while. Babble and ramble on for a while, but I think I need to, like, you know, free you guys. You know, I know you guys have a life, bills to pay, things to do, you know. Just get your rich sugar daddy. I mean, I had thought about it. Not really. Like, you know, I mean, really. I was having thoughts. I would never do it personally, not for me. But I'm like, would I ever get a sugar daddy? Like, have to talk? Like, I mean, I'm not social enough for this. Like, there's no way I would, like, be able to spend my time talking to a man I don't like so he can pay for my bills. I don't like people like that. I'm saying, like, I just don't like people enough to be someone that does this. I don't want to interact with people. I'm already making a big effort going with my coworkers on Thursday, and I'm like, ew. So there's no way I would, like, be like, oh, let me, like, make sure this old man is not lonely so I can get paid. No, there's a reason I don't work in customer service, okay? I don't want to talk to people like that. Anyway, thank you, Mina. Thank you for being there. You're awesome. Such ramble, much noise. Wow. As you were the one bullying me. I see you, bro. I'm looking at you. You're gonna pay. Don't even think you're gonna get away with this. I agree. Hair expenses can definitely add up super quick. Also, thank you for streaming. Thank you, Cass. Happy you were there. Hope you're doing well. Did you see that chick on TikTok has 48 oysters on a date with a guy? Yeah, I saw that one. And then the guy left without paying the bill, and she was offended by it. I'm like, girl, he asked you out for a drink. Were you eating oysters? And like just slurping it up and for us in the camera. Disgusting. Anyways, see how you say much ramble, much noise, but then you just keep me talking after. It's all your fault. You should be ashamed of yourself. Give me 1 second. Just checking. I actually forgot to check who's streaming for a raid. If I'm lazy, I might not do it, but 48. How? I love oyster, but not 48. What do you mean? Let's see. Oh, Aurelia is streaming, and she is categories is Fortnite has racing. I was so confused by what I just saw, but apparently you can race in Fortnite, so I gotta raid her and watch her race or something. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna raid, even though I always get an error message, I'm gonna raid on Twig on YouTube, and I'm gonna raid Aurelia on Twitch. This is so much work for my poor brain, but I'm doing my best getting it there. I promise. So we're gonna start this one. Oh yes, you know that. Yeah. Thank you for being there, Spaceman. You're the best. Don't forget. How do you redirect here? Let me see. It's so much easier on Twitch. Like, I wish they could, like, you know, make it easier for YouTube raids as well. Let's see. Redirect. Redirect. Okay. I'm gonna be raiding Twig. I'm gonna be raiding Aurelia. Have a good night, everybody. Let's get ready for an epic Tomodachi Life stream tomorrow. And I'll miss you. And you're awesome. And I appreciate you. Mwah! Have a good night. Aster, I will bully you back. Don't forget. Are you back to streaming on Twitch too? Yeah, I'm dual streaming. You know, with the ban, you'll get what's coming for you. I promise you, Aster. I promise you're gonna pay for your crimes. I promise.